Morning, morning. So y'all too, if you aren't gonna turn on your camera, you need to send me a picture. I'm gonna put my phone number of 127714979. Here's my phone number. Text me a photo of yourself, making sure you're in uniform. I cannot give you credit unless I get to see you in uniform. So today we are doing the last day of my cooking. The rest of it tomorrow is all you. It's your final practical. So today we are doing pad thai, our red curry chicken, steamed rice, and pad thai. So we are going to get this party started. I'm going to go ahead and start prepping all the stuff for the curry and the pad thai. So the chicken, so for the curry, we have very, very important. Listen and make sure you do this. The red curry, you are doing twice. You're doing it today, and then you're doing it tomorrow for your final exam. Well, with you doing it tomorrow, we need to make sure that you do not use up all your stuff for today. So please do not use up all your stuff that you are using, because you're cooking it twice, so you need to split it so where you have half for today, half for tomorrow. So please do not use up all your product. Because if you do, you have no product for your final practical for tomorrow. Okay, so I'm going to start gathering up all my stuff that I need. I'm going to just do my mise en place. I'm getting all my mise en place together for my red curry chicken right now. So that's what I'm doing. If you want to start working on that, that's totally fine. I'm just kind of gathering up all my mise en place. Coconut, carrots, bamboo shoots. Here are the bamboo shoots. They're in a Ziploc bag right there. Okay. Yellow onion, broccoli. And again, you're going to need more of that broccoli for tomorrow as well. So make sure you don't use it all. Like the eggplant as well. I'm going to cut this in half, and you're going to use half today, half tomorrow. Bell pepper. It says red. I've got green. It doesn't really matter to me. Just a bell pepper, whatever floats your boat. Yellow squash. Got it. Thai basil. Fish sauce, cilantro. There you go. So I'm going to just start cutting up. I need to get my knife. And I'm going to start prepping all this stuff. So, for my red curry, I'm okay with. I'm going to go ahead and do some julienne cuts for this carrot. I'm just julienning, or going to. I'm just squaring it up, cutting it in planks, into planks. So do julienne. Making sure that they're all consistent because I want them to cook evenly. These are my julienne carrots. Bell pepper. And I think it calls for red. I'm using green. It really doesn't matter. Bell pepper, bell pepper. And I think they wanted red just because it's red curry. What I'm going to do, get this white membrane off. And going to just julienne. Anybody that has just come in, make sure you, if you don't have your camera on, you text me a picture of yourself in uniform. My phone number is 512-771-4979. I cannot give you credit for being in uniform until I see you in uniform. And if you want to just cut up all your stuff, you can cut your vegetables all up today for your practical for tomorrow. That's totally fine. Bell pepper, onion, my onions. And guys, to reiterate one more time, you need to either send me a picture or turn on your camera so I can see that you're in uniform. Also, you're going to be making red curry twice, once today and once tomorrow. So please make sure you do not use up all your stuff today. Okay, you're doing this tomorrow as well. So you need to make sure that you have enough vegetables for tomorrow. Off my camera. Good morning. So I've got for my vegetables. This is from a red curry. I got my carrots, bell pepper. I think it calls for red. I'm okay with green. I've got my onions cut. I've got my yellow squash cut now. I cut my yellow squash just a skosh bigger because it kind of shrinks up a little bit. So I've got, here is all the stuff right here. Bamboo shoots. Again, don't use up all your bamboo shoots because you're going to need them for tomorrow as well. So I've got carrots, bamboo shoots, onions, the Thai eggplant. Again, you used half of it yesterday. You're going to use a quarter, cut this in half. So you're going to use a quarter of it for today and quarter of it for tomorrow. I'm okay with leaving the skin on because it is pretty thin to where you can, it's edible. Here we go. Here's all my vegetables right here, minus my broccoli. Broccoli. I need to cut my broccoli into small enough pieces so where, again, it fits all my other vegetables. And remember, do not use up all your vegetables today. You're going to need them for tomorrow. So here's all my vegetables right here. I got my carrots, bamboo shoots, yellow onion, broccoli, eggplant, red bell. I'm using green, yellow squash. I've got Thai basil somewhere around here, and I've got cilantro somewhere around here. All right, my basil is kind of wimpy right now, so I'm going to go try to find some more. Here's my cilantro. I've got my red curry paste. Please do not use up all the red curry paste because you're going to need it for, need some for tomorrow. Here's my can of coconut milk. And as I drop it, I need to go open it. Give me a couple minutes to go open it. And I'm going to try to go find some space. Coconut milk is in the fridge. It's going to be nice and hard. Like mine. You see it, mine. You see my coconut milk. Open. It's been in the fridge. All right. So That's it. That's all she wrote right there. I got everything ready. The only thing I'm missing is the chicken. I'll cut that up in a few minutes. So all my prep is cut and done. I got my paste right here. I've got pretty much everything I need cut up, ready to go. So I'm going to put this on a sheet pan and get my mise en place ready for my next. If you want to, while you're prepping today, you can prep all your stuff for tomorrow. You can do all your knife cuts if you so desire right now. If you don't have to. All right. So wipe down my cutting board, turn off my station, and get my pad thai stuff together. All right, tomorrow, I'm still debating because I don't need to do any cooking. All right, so tomorrow I'm debating on doing class from my house. I haven't decided yet, but I might be doing class from my house tomorrow, just because I don't need to do any cooking tomorrow. So I will let you know what I decide. I just don't know if I want to come up here or not in the morning. It would be nice to not have to get up at 4:15. Okay, so pad thai, we've got noodles. Here are my noodles right here. Bam, done. We got chives or scallions right here. Let's see. Bean sprouts. We did not do any bean sprouts because they go bad really fast, and we did not want them to get anybody sick. We got some eggs. A couple of eggs. Tofu. Where's my tofu? Tofu. Go find my tofu, but I'll wait on that in a second. Tamarind paste, if you had any of that tamarind from yesterday, or you from last week, if you don't worry about it. We did not have tamarind for us, so if you don't have any from last week, or you got rid of it, that's totally fine.
Morning, Chef.
The world. Good morning. So we've got white vinegar. Where's my white vinegar? White vinegar right here. Palm sugar, white sugar. I think we got white sugar. Where's my white sugar? Let me go. I'll find my white sugar with my tofu. Red pepper flake. I'm just gathering up all my mise en place and just kind of prepping out everything. And then I will start doing the cooking. Remember, please make sure you make it all right. I'm just kind of gathering up all my mise en place, all my stuff for the pad thai. What else? Move my sugar. All right, so got my sugar here, peanuts, white vinegar, oh, tofu. Tofu, that's what I was thinking. Let me go grab that, be right back. All right, got my tofu here. Let's see, I think I got everything now. Now I'm gonna just start mise en placing it out. So I'm gonna just start cutting everything. The only thing, the two things that you do not have, the bean sprouts we did not use because they go bad really fast. And the tamarind paste, if you have some from last week, that's fine. If not, not a big deal. Okay, so I'm gonna just kind of get these green onions. And remember, don't use it all because you're going to need some green onions for tomorrow for all your dishes as well. I'm using more than I probably need. The green part, I'm going to cut on a bias. Give it some width. And then yellow or white part. So all I'm doing mise en placing right now. Just getting everything mise en placed out. And then I will do all the cooking in a bit. White part. Hey, guess what? Everybody's going to be able on the 29th of this month. They have opened it up, all vaccinations to everybody, basically, what, 16 and up. So if you want a vaccination, you can get one. I'm going to get my daughter. She's 16 and she's going to get one too. It'll be nice. So here's my tofu.
Chef, I didn't get any tofu. I was wondering.
You didn't?
No,
Man, I screwed you over. I'm sorry.
it was
man.
that and the carrots. That was it.
Man, then someone has extra carrots and extra tofu. Because I when I was building it, man, I screwed you over. I apologize on that.
That's okay.
That was on me, man. I was building on the.
You were doing a lot. You were doing a lot when I actually got there.
Sorry. Sorry. Well, if you don't have tofu, you don't need it. And it's okay. You do not have to have it in there. Man, I just screwed you over. I'm sorry. All right, so I've got my tofu here. I've got my lime. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of trim this up so where I can juice it in a little bit. Got my lime and the coconut. All right, got my egg. I need here my huevos. So I'm going to put it and beat it up. Oh, no, I feel real bad that I screwed you over. I'm sorry. Thought I was helping, but I guess I was not. Eggs, tofu, my peanuts, my green onions, the white part of the green onion. If you have any red pepper flakes, you could use some of that. If you had any of these Thai chilies left over, you could use some of that. You know, if you don't have any of that, you do not need to, you know, if you maybe have a some sort of pepper, you can put that in there if you so desire. But I've just got, like, I had a couple of dried red chilies left over from last week. Please, if you do that and touch your eyes, make sure you don't touch your eyes, wash your hands after you chop that out. So I pretty much have. Let's see, it says peanuts crushed, okay, but we're going to toast these bad boys. These peanuts. So I'm gonna put it in a small saute pan or just something where I can stick in the oven and kind of toast these, or you can toast them on the stove top. Doesn't really matter to me. Again, as long as they're toasted. Let's see. So I've got all my mise en place together for that. I'm going to put this on a sheet pan. I've got my tofu, I got my eggs, I've got my lime, I've got my green onion, white part and green part. I've got some red pepper flakes. I've got white vinegar. I have some sugar here. If you don't have palm sugar, I'm just using regular granulated sugar. I've got my noodles here. And my lime, I gonna cut a few in wedges, just like a couple of wedges. And then the rest of it, I'm going to just save so where I can juice into the pasta itself. Okay, so here's my prep for here. And here is my prep for my red curry. I did that already. And make sure that you don't use up all your vegetables, because you are making red curry twice. You're making it today, and then you're making it tomorrow for your practical. So you need to make sure that you save enough for tomorrow. But if you want to, you could go ahead, do all your knife cuts today for your red curry for tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and cook this pasta right here. This is the pasta for the pad thai. So I need to get a pot of water. Fill a pot of water and let it come up to a boil and start cooking my noodles. I need my noodles cooked before I put the pad thai. And also, while I'm doing this, I'm going to need some rice made as well. So I'm going to make some rice. You need to make rice. If you did not make extra yesterday, tomorrow, and you cannot. You want to make sure you cook it today. So I'm going to get rice. I'm going to rinse it at least 3 times, or until the water comes up here. And I'm going to use my hands to kind of rub the grains together so I can get that outside starch off of the grain. And plus, the rice has been sitting in a bag, right? And you want to make sure that, you know, it's got all of that, all of that. You never know what has been in that rice. So, got Gonna heat up the water, or heat up my rice. I need to go ahead and get those peanuts out of the oven before I burn them. Okay, here are my peanuts right here. I'm gonna just let them sit and kind of cool off for a few minutes, and then I'll chop them up. My rice is going on. Once it comes up to a boil, I'm gonna take it off and put it in the oven for about 20 to 30 minutes. And I will go over everything that I've done so far in just a second. I have my aluminum foil, I got a pot for my pasta. I'm going to go ahead and chop up my peanuts. Well, peanuts are chopped up. I'm just sitting here now waiting for my rice water to come up to a simmer. Since I've got pretty much everything cut, right, and done, the only thing I need to do is the chicken. So I was kind of waiting on the chicken for the very last thing to cut up my chicken. So I'm going to go ahead and move any of my stuff that I don't want to get contaminated. And I can cut up my chicken. Actually, before I do that, my rice water is coming up to a simmer. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in the oven. Second, I'll cut up my chicken. All right, rice pot has come up to a simmer. I'm going to cover it with aluminum foil. Stick it in a 350-degree oven for about 20 minutes. Last thing, or second to last thing, I'm still waiting on my pasta water to cook or to heat up, but second to the last thing that I need to do is cut up my chicken, and then I'm going to kind of clean up my area, and then all I have to do is cook. Here's my chicken. I'm going to cut off any of the excess fat. Trim that little keel bone or the little cartilage. And here's the chicken. I'm going to just cube it up. And again, if you want to cube up all your chicken for, so where you're doing all your mise en place today for tomorrow for your red curry, you can do that. When you dice this up, you want it, medium size. There you go. Chicken is fabricated. I'm going to go ahead take my cutting board, get rid of it, and my knife, get rid of it. Clean my station off. And I'm pretty much sitting idle right now because I've got everything prepped up. So let me get it. And then I'll get me a drink. Okay, for the red curry, I've got all my vegetables cut, my eggplant, my yellow squash, my onions, my bell peppers. I've got my carrots julienne. I've got my beans, or not bean sprouts, but my bamboo shoots right here. I've got cilantro. I've got some basil. I've got my red curry paste. I've got my can of coconut milk. Now my can of coconut milk was in the fridge, and I don't. You can see it's open, but it's solid. So usually whenever you open it, it's liquid, but mine's solid because it's been sitting in the fridge. And so that's for red curry and my chicken. That's diced up right here. So that's all I need for the red curry. For the pad thai, I've got my tofu, my egg. I've got my peanuts. I've got sugar. I've got white vinegar. I've got some red pepper flakes. I've got a lemon that I cut in some segments and some for juicing. I've got the white part of the green onion, and I've got the green part of the green onion. I've got my noodles that I'm heating up, are going to be cooking, that I'll probably toss in with a little bit of canola / sesame oil, because I think we have some sesame oil. And then I also have my rice cooking. You need rice ×2 because you're going to need it for tomorrow. Are there any questions so far on any of the prep that you need? All right, I'm gonna take about a
question.
Oh yes, what's up?
How do you cut the squash for the curry? Is it julienne as well, or?
Oh no, I cut it in half, and then I cut that in half again, so like fourths. So there we go. Looks like a little pie.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see. Thank you.
Any other questions? All right, I'm going to take just a couple minute break. I'm going to go grab a drink, and I will be back in probably about 5 or 6 minutes from now. Be right back. All right, I am back with a nice cold water. All right, so my pasta water has come up. Let me- Let's see here, my pasta. Let's get that pasta out. You're probably not going to need all of this pasta unless you are making piles of pasta. So my water is boiling. I'll put my pasta in. Book. I'm gonna go ahead, get a thing to take it out. Bowl. My noodles are cooking. I've got a bowl for my noodles. Let's go. Cooking my noodles now. These noodles can stick together really easily. Be very careful, they are very starchy. A little canola oil, or peanut oil. You know, I would say you need some sort of oil. There. All right, noodles are almost done. Check on my rice. Here's my rice right here. Just give that a look-see. Rice is done. I'm going to just let that sit off to the side. Pasta is almost done. Done. Out. Drain it. Oil it. I will put cold water on those noodles. Here are my noodles right here. You can kind of see these guys right here. I'm going to put a little sesame oil on it. Not too much. We don't want it too greasy, but we need enough so where, and I'm just putting a drizzle of canola oil and just kind of tossing it around so my noodles do not stick to one another. There we go. You kind of see in the bowl, they're all cooked, not stuck together. All right, so that is it. Get situated. I need to get some pans to cook all of this. So we bring over all my mise en place for everything. I am going to go try to find a little bit of Thai basil, fresh Thai basil, because mine looks very sad. All right, and now it's all about cooking because I've got everything staged up, right? Everything's ready, cut. The only thing I need to deal with is the water and the basil. All right, I got my two things to cook my pad thai and my red curry. I need I need some plates and some bowls. So I'm going to gather up all of that because once I kind of get started cooking, it's just going to be plating up. Right, got the bowls set up for everything. Pans. I'm running to see if I can find some basil because you look at my basil, it's pretty sad, right? A very sad looking basil. So I'm gonna go try to find a little more basil. basil. Now I'm gonna do my thing. So cilantro, I'm gonna just use the leaves. So I'm gonna pick these leaves real quick. So I have some. Yeah, they're in there. You just gotta knock. Okay, so I got some got my cilantro picked right here and my basil. Since it is a little like a little on the sad side, I'm going to chop up the basil just so where it doesn't look so sad. So I've got my basil chopped up now. I got my everything is cut, everything is good. Put this off to the side. I really don't need a cutting board any longer, just because I've got everything cut and done already. All I have to do is cook. So, and again, my fat of choice today, I'm using a little bit of lard because I had some. We got so much lard a couple of last week in our containers, but you could use canola oil. You could use just about anything. But for the sauteing, I'm going to just use a little of this lard. And I'm gonna get this party started. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and do the chicken red curry. All right, for the chicken red curry, let's see. Hold on a second. Chicken red curry. So I've got chicken red curry paste, coconut milk, carrots, bamboo shoots, yellow squash, broccoli, eggplants, bell peppers, yellow squash, yellow onion, basil, fish sauce you do not need, and some cilantro. Okay, so I'm going to.
Excuse me, chef. I was given oyster sauce instead of fish sauce.
Oh yeah, I didn't give you fish sauce.
Okay.
I didn't give anybody fish sauce this week just because.
So we don't need it. Okay.
You don't. It calls for it, but you don't really. It's a little too much, too strong for this. So we are not using fish sauce for this. But if you had some from last week, you could use it if you want, but I didn't give it out because we really don't use it. All right, so I'm going to get some fat into a pan. This is gonna be my pan of choice right here. This is the pan of choice. So I'm gonna get some fat in this pan. The fat I'm using is lard. You could use just about anything. Get the heat on and I'm debating on pan. All right, so I'm gonna get the heat going. I'm gonna get my chicken. Oh, you know what I didn't get is salt and pepper. So you're gonna have to wait and salt. I'm gonna get my chicken. I'm gonna season my chicken with salt and pepper. Salt and pepper. My chicken. My pan is getting hot. Pan, that's chicken. My pan is getting hot. I'm going to cook off my chicken first. And once my chicken is done, I'll take it out and I'll put in my, or actually I'll probably just take out some of the fat if I need to, and I'll put in all the vegetables. So my pan is hot right here. Here it is. I'm going to put my chicken right in that pan. Hear that sound? That's what I call a sexy sizzle. You want to get that, get a little Maillard reaction, a little browning going on. You don't want to move the chicken too early because if you do, the chicken's going to rip and tear. All right, so my chicken is got some, if you want to look at the camera, you can see my chicken sitting right there. Kind of got a little color to it. I'm going to pour out some of this fat. I needed a little more fat in here. The reason was is this pan was a little warped, and I wanted to make sure that there was enough fat. So now I'm going to put in all my vegetables. Okay, we good? All my vegetables are going to go in. I'm going to start cooking these vegetables with my chicken inside here. The chicken is still raw. I just seared it, right? here's what it looks like right now. Okay, it's got the chicken and all my vegetables in there. Still have it on high heat. I've got my red curry paste. Remember, please do not use all of this because you're going to need it for tomorrow, right? You need some of this red curry paste for tomorrow, so please do not use it all. All right, so I got my vegetables cooking. A little salt with my vegetables in here. All right, so my vegetables are cooking. I'm gonna go ahead. Here is what it looks like right now. Everybody see? That's kind of what the red. And then I'm gonna go ahead, put in my red curry paste and put in my coconut milk. Maybe adjust it with a little bit of water, or if you have chicken stock, you could use some chicken stock. So I got my coconut milk in there. I've got my red curry paste in here. I'll show you what it looks like. Turns into kind of a pink sauce. It's kind of pinkish. It's like marinara, you know, with a little bit of cream into it, or a little bit. I don't know if you can see what it looks like right here. It's got a kind of a pinkish, kind of reddish color. I'm gonna put a little touch of water. If I have chicken stock, I could use a little chicken stock. I'm gonna kind of cook this. Let that kind of thicken up a skosh. Juicing a little bit. Cooking all of my vegetables in there, as well as my chicken. Okay, so I'm just gonna reducing that down a little bit, cooking the chicken, cooking all my vegetables that are in there. And that's all she wrote on that. I mean, that's pretty much done. All I have to do is adjust the seasoning. And that is that. And let it reduce down a touch more. The red curry's got a bit of a spice to it. Coconut milk helps kind of curve that curry or that red curry spice. Done. There's the red curry, chicken red curry. I'll plate it up. It's just like more of a stew, soupy. Seasoning is good. And when you plate this up, make sure you put the chicken, you can see the chicken on top of it because, this is red curry chicken. So you want to make sure that it looks good. There is the red curry. You can put a little bit of green onion, the green part on top, bada bing, bada boom. Questions about this red curry chicken? Anybody? All right, well, this red curry chicken is your final cooking practical, one of your final cooking practical dishes. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for good knife cuts. I'm looking for it to be kind of saucy, but not too liquidy. It kind of coats the product. There we have it. So that is one of your final cooking practicals. All right, I'm gonna go give this away and then gonna go, then I will make the pad thai. I will be back. And I've got pad thai. Hey, it is spicy. All right, chicken red curry done. All right, the pad thai. Let's see here. So chicken red curry done. With the rice, bada bing, bada boom. Oh, you know what? again, make sure you save some of that rice for your practical for tomorrow. All right, half time. All right, so the let me get to that. Pad Thai, we've got noodles, eggs, tofu. So basically it's kind of, we're gonna get some fat. We'll kind of sear the tofu a little bit. Then put everything else together. So I'm gonna get a saute pan. Get some fat in the saute pan. Use whatever fat that floats your boat. Again, I'm using a little bit of lard because we had a little lard left over from last week. Plus, I love lard. It's such a good flavor. Makes everything very rich and flavorful. Okay, so I've got my tofu right here. Here's my tofu. I'm gonna try to pad this off dry a skosh, and then I'm gonna put it in a saute pan to try to brown it. But, get a little more fat in this pan just because this pan is kind of warped, and I want to make sure that fat coating. So here is my pan right here. You see how hot it is? You can see it's smoking. It's that hot. Put my tofu right in there. Let it sit. Don't move the tofu, it should sit and brown. I'm gonna get a little container. You see the tofu. You see how it's kind of browned up just a skosh right there. That's kind of what we're wanting. Got it on high. I've got my vinegar. And I'm going to get some sugar. I want it sweet and sour. Okay, I want it sweet and sour, or just a very hint of sweetness. But I want that sourness. Check my tofu is doing its thing. It's looking good. I'll show you what it looks like in just a second. So I have it in some fat, not moving it around too much because I don't want it to fall apart. Okay, my vinegar, sugar, I put in with like a 4-ounce portion cup of vinegar, or I put in maybe about tablespoon. I would say like a, yeah, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 4 ounces of. All right, do you see my tofu? See how it's kind of browned right there? There we go. I'm gonna dump out a lot of this fat because I don't need this fat any longer. I was using it to put my tofu down. What my tofu looks like right here. I'm gonna take that. Get a little more fat in there, and I'm gonna scramble my eggs. I need to make sure my eggs have salt and pepper in them. I need to season it. Eggs in there, and I'm going to scramble. Scramble my eggs. Everybody see I got scrambled eggs right here. There's my scrambled egg. Put that off to the side. Now, so here's my pan right here. Now I've got a little sesame oil. I'm gonna put it in my saute pan. Now I'm gonna just kind of build everything. I've got my tofu and my eggs. I'm gonna break up my eggs a little bit. I'm gonna put the green part of the green onion in my pan. Put that a little bit. Here's the green part. You can see that? I've got a large saute pan because I've got noodles, right? Put my egg and my tofu back into my saute pan. Toss that around, toss, put in my noodle. All put together. Turn off the heat. Add my peanut. Making sure I'm not tearing apart all these noodles. I don't want my noodles to be falling apart. Put in a little bit of my sugar vinegar mixture. There you go. I don't know if you heard it, but it went into the pan. Toss that around. A little lime. Need some lime in there. There's the seeds. Put in, if you have the red pepper flakes, you can put that in there. Put in the green part of, some of the green part of the onion. Now, this is one thing I do add. I add maybe just a little drop or two of soy sauce. And instead of the vinegar, or instead of the fish sauce, I'll put in a drop or two of soy. touch more soy and a little more of that vinegar. Taste it again. Tastes like pad thai. I'll put it on a bigger plate instead of a bowl. Just because it's a lot more. Green part of the green onions on it for garnish. Pad thai. There's the pad thai right here. Everybody see it? Instead of, if you don't have tofu, you could do a chicken pad thai. You could do the exact same thing with just chicken breast. You want to save some of your chicken, instead of doing, you could just cut up a little bit of chicken and put it in there. That's totally fine as well. Any questions about the pad thai? There it is. You can see, got the tofu, got all the components sitting right there. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm gonna go give this away. Be right back. So that's all she wrote, guys. That is it. Any questions on that? All right, since it is the last day of me cooking, and I'm debating on not just doing class from my house, I'm gonna have to do some cleaning. So I'm gonna be sitting here just kind of
Ya terminó, son dos cosas.
cleaning out my cooler, cleaning out all my other stuff.
Mañana
So,
tenemos 5, pero
if you have any questions, you can yell at me. I'm going to be
y
here.
yo voy a hacer rapidito y se lo voy a mandar.
Stuff.
Para que diga, ya terminaste.
separar todo. Tenemos que cortar todo para mañana. Todas las especias, dejarla cortadita y solita. Nadie tarde. Dice 5 minutos y a las 6 empezamos. Tengo que sentarme y mirarlo todo ustedes. Son 12. Vamos a ver si vienen 12 o 9. Hoy hay 11. Si no vienen el último día, entonces no le interesa esta clase. ¿Para qué están en cocina? Digo, ay, mi madre. No está hablando la verdad. Y se están gastando su dinero y su tiempo. Vienen 9, vienen 8, es más fácil para mí mirar a 8. No me importa mirar 12, pero ustedes lo hacen más fácil para mí y peor para ustedes. Porque tienen que volver a coger el curso, pagarlo o se lo deben al gobierno. Y eso no hay nada que te salve, dice. Lo vayan a vacunarse, que de 29, todo el mundo, 16 años para arriba, ya lo dio, que se pueden vacunar.